Hello dear parents. In today's video I would like to talk with you about some powerful ideas, simple but powerful ideas on how to help a child build a healthy self-esteem. And you need to help your child if your child struggles with low self-esteem, because low self-esteem can be painful, can have damaging effects on the child's life, personal life, relationships, work, school, and mental health. Having a healthy sense of self-esteem, it is one of the most important things that adults can give to a child. And for this reason, I decided to make this video. In this video, you will learn ideas on how to help a child have a better self-esteem, a higher self-esteem. I would like to start by understanding what it is self-esteem, and then I'm going to share with you factors that can affect the child's self-esteem. Knowing this, knowing the factors, we can better help our children. So let's see what it is self-esteem. Self-esteem is a measure of how much you feel you are worthy and how much you like and you love yourself, how you feel about yourself. Why self-esteem it is so important? Well, our self-esteem, as I said on the beginning of this video, is something that impacts all of us in all areas of our lives. A person's self-esteem will impact relationship, work, future, mental health, will also impact how they treat themselves, how other treats them. Those people, those kids with low self-esteem will tend to treat themselves not very nice. They put themselves down a lot. But those people with high self-esteem will tend to treat themselves better, and they will do the things that makes them happy. They will live the life the way that they want. Having high self-esteem, it is very important because kids with low self-esteem are more prone to developing, as I said, mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. Now let's see what are the factors that can cause low self-esteem in a child. The first factor is attitude of adults towards children. And here I mean parents, grandparents, teachers, coaches, uncles, aunts. Another factor are negative events, past failures, mistakes, trauma such as experiencing bullying, a divorce, starting a new school, move house. Another factor could be poor academic performance, an illness, social media, physical appearance, and the child personality. Now, how unhealthy self-esteem look like? Well, kids with low self-esteem, they feel unsure of themselves. They don't have a good opinion about themselves. They are sensitive to criticism, but they are also self-critical. They are hard on themselves. They feel that they are not as good as others. They don't feel confident when they need to make new friends or try new things. Kids with low self-esteem feel bad if they fail at something, if they made a mistake. And for this reason, most of adults, most of kids who struggle with having a high self-esteem prefer to avoid challenges and risks. And instead of taking those risks, those challenges, we start to make excuses, blaming things or others. Kids with low self-esteem put themselves down. They are talking negatively to themselves, about themselves. They might say things like, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm ugly, nobody cares about me, I will never learn how to do something. As I said, children with low self-esteem, they don't believe that they can do things, that they are able to do great things. For this reason, they avoid doing things. Children with low self-esteem compare themselves to others. Once you have identified a child level of self-esteem, and if the child has low self-esteem, there are things that can be done to help the child build up. And the good news is that there is no limit to parents to do this effectively. Teachers, friends, family members, other adults can help a child build their self-esteem. How a child learns to see or value himself or herself as a child will lay the foundation for the way they will feel as an adult. It's really during childhood when the stage it is set for someone's self-esteem. If you can help a child have a strong foundation for self-esteem, then it is great, because this is something that will last for life. So now let's see what are the things that you can do to help your child build self-esteem. And I would like to start with watch your words. It is important for adults to watch what they say to children. When they make a mistake, when they fail at something, when they are afraid to try new things, or when they behave in the ways that we do not like or agree. What we say to children stay stuck with them. So make sure that your words will not affect your child, will not have a negative effect on your child's self-esteem. Another idea is to role model. The adults in every child's life are role models for how one should behave. Whether we realize it or not, children are always observing us, and they will go on to mimic that behavior. So adults need to make sure that the behavior they are displaying is something they want children repeating. Another idea is to help your child reframe negative beliefs, negative thoughts. For example, if your child says to you, "I'm stupid, I can't do anything right," you, the adult, should respond in a way that it will help the child to redirect the thought. For example, you can say something like, "I think you would do great, you will be great at doing," whatever the child says. "You just need to practice a little more." This approach will help the child, will have a positive impact on the child's self-esteem. The next idea is to nurture and love. Children need a safe, loving, and nurturing environment in which to grow up. When parents or other adults can provide this, children will feel safe, and they need to feel safe. Warm and loving relationships are the foundation of children's self-esteem, because they make children feel valued and worth it. And this is what all people, all children need to have: a healthy self-esteem, a high self-esteem. They need to feel worth it, they need to feel value. The love of a parent should not depend on the good behavior of the child or the grades. So let your child know that you love him no matter what he does, no matter what he says, no matter if he did a mistake, no matter if he didn't behave the way you wanted, no matter if he did a bad decision. Let your child know that you still love him, but in a nice way. Another idea, another very important thing is to avoid name calling in order to help children build healthy self-esteem. It is crucial that parents and other adults avoid negative name calling. The negative name calling can be any words that they are using toward a child, which are usually done out of anger, out of disappointment. It's something that the child have done or haven't. Some examples of negative name calling that parents engage in includes lazy, shy, babyish, selfish, bad, clumsy. These words, these names are felt very deeply by the child. And the worst thing is, if they are repeated, the child will start to believe them. Labeling a child, calling names, will only have a negative effect on the child. The child will create a negative image of himself, negative beliefs about himself and his abilities. And this prevents them from trying new things, from making new friends, from taking risks. And this makes the child to do anything just to get the approval from others, just to be accepted by others. All of the adults in a child's life have a lasting effect on their self-esteem. So it is important that adults all try to work on building the child's self-esteem rather than doing things that it will negatively impact the child. Another idea is to stop focusing on what the child does wrong and start to catch more on what the child is doing right, on what the child is doing good, and let the child know that they are doing a great job. Let the child know every time when you notice that he's doing something good. This approach will only help the child to build self-esteem, will only help the child to keep doing those great things. It won't have a negative effect on the child. It will help the child to feel better about himself, to feel capable of doing great things, to believe in his abilities. Another idea is to praise the effort. Get in this habit of praising the effort rather than always looking at the final result. Sometimes kids might put a lot of effort into something and yet not take the best grades, not winning the game for the football game for their team. But their effort shouldn't go unnoticed. So get into this habit of praising the effort. This way, the child will not fear failures. The child will not fear mistakes, will not fear to try again after what he failed, will not fear to take risks. And the last idea is to, and you need to role model this, teach your child not try to please others. Teach your child that they do not need to pretend to be someone else just to be accepted by others. Teach your child to be himself and not worry about being perfect, because no one it is. And here I would like to mention that people pleasers often seek other approval because they never feel good enough to their parents, to their teachers, to adults in their life, but the most of the times is to their parents. People pleasers often act the way they do because of their insecurities and lack of self-esteem. For this reason, again, it is crucial to try and apply all these ideas that I just shared with you. Now, probably the ideas that you heard are not things that you never heard before. Probably some of you may thought that, oh my God, who knows what I will have to do to help my child build self-esteem. But these ideas, these things that you need to do are simple things that any person needs, that any child needs to have a healthy self-esteem, a strong self-esteem. When I started the journey of personal development, I was having this idea that who knows what I will find out, who knows what I will have to learn, who knows what I will have to do. But There wasn't something wow, something that I've never heard before. There wasn't a magic pill that you can take and start to build your self-esteem. No, these are simple things that anyone can do. And if you keep doing them, if with patience, I promise you will have results. All you need to do is to be patient. Be patient, keep your calm when the child doesn't behave the way you want, or he's still crying when he has to try new things. Just be patient and you will see, you will have results. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video.